Yeah.
Yeah, 2 seconds. Are we live?
Yeah.
No.
Good evening and welcome to another Good evening and welcome to another edition of Red and White Podcast. Thanks, Brad, for not telling me you was going to put your intro music on. It's difficult there, but there we are. Sack the producer. Right, first of all, we're going to talk about 3-0 win over Reading, and let's see what Acacia thought of the game.
Honestly, that game was absolutely unbelievable because I was at the game at Reading, and all of us fans were absolutely buzzing when we were winning 2-0 in the first half. Those 2 goals from Paddy Roberts, just absolutely amazing. The way skilled them players were just like zip, go the way past them. It was like, go on, Paddy Roberts. And then I think it was in the second half, Adji Elise he was really good as well. Because I thought he played really well. And then Jack Clark's goal was just unbelievable.
Well, me and Brad were watching the game. What do you reckon on that, Brad?
Well, the case just says you can't fault Patrick Roberts for those 2 goals. Absolutely amazing. He is everyone calls him the magician. He's absolutely good at scoring goals lately. Creating set pieces as well and creating chances. He's really good at doing that as well. He's always good at scoring assists as well, giving it to Jack Clark. And I think he was the one who assisted Jack Clark the goal as well. So
I think it was.
So we've got to give full credit on that night if Patrick Roberts. We've got to. Obviously, Joe Lumley wasn't good enough, the goalkeeper for Reading. There's Rosie Laws there saying, I think we played fantastic that game, even without no striker. Yeah.
Even though Isla Sims went off injured twice.
Yeah.
Do you think we should get a temporary striker in, though, guys? Because, we've got nothing at all up front at the moment, and they both look like they're going to be out for a really long time.
Well, apparently, because I said to you the other day, didn't I, Brad? It was, I think it was yesterday or the day before. Apparently, Tony Mowbray is saying that Ellis Sims might be back after the international break.
Yeah, right. Ellis Sims is going to be back for the next game, so there's one striker back straight away.
But I think Ellis Sims looks lost on his own, though, without Ross.
Yeah, he does.
They seem to bond with one another, we got the magician, here run at players, but you're not going to get a goal if the forward and the winger are not combining together, are you? That's how you see it. But myself, I reckon we should get a new just even on loan for the time being, if we can get any loanies.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think who we could get, because there's a few that are free agents. But I think Paddy Roberts did all right. So obviously, did brilliant against Reading. So I think he might become a temporary striker as well as a forward.
Myself, I think we should get a new striker in, but I'm not the manager. I'm not backroom staff. But I don't think we're going to be able to rely on Patrick Roberts to stay fit all the time, because if he gets an injury, we're knackered. There's nothing. Jack Clark can't work the wing on his own, and he runs around like a lunatic, and he was going to be burnt out as well. Other than that, guys, what do you reckon on the subject?
Because I saw on Facebook or Twitter the other day that apparently Tony Mowbray is going to be given money by KOD to get new players and new strikers.
I heard that, yeah. Apparently, he's giving them a cash boost if Sunderland stay in the playoffs until January. He's giving them a cash boost. So
I'm thinking what we could do for the time being is if there's any youngsters on who's coming through the academy, just taking like a few games. That's what Arsenal do. That's what Arsenal do, Liverpool do, Chelsea do. Keep up the flow and bring your younger players in, and it gives them experience.
well, look at that kid who played for Arsenal against Brentford on Sunday. 15-year-old. He came off the bench to make his youngest first start in Premier League history.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
I told you, Bradley, Arsenal make all the right decisions. I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm not. There we go.
Yeah.
I'm a massive Sunderland fan. Don't get me wrong, but Arsenal are my main team. That's one where I'm originally from.
Well, this is a question for you guys, including your dad as well. Sorry, I think I'm hosting the show here, even though I'm not. So, Amad Diallo, right? Even though he can play on the wing, he can play up front as well as striker. Would you have him? Would you have him alongside Sims, if that would be possible?
Because Diallo could run from behind Sims at all times because he's got the pace there as well.
Or
go on, what was you going to say?
Or what do you call them? Like Jewison Bennett. Do you think we should be starting him in games as well?
Yeah, because he did. Because that goal against Watford, oh my god,
Cracker.
Absolutely unbelievable to make it 2-2 in the last minute.
They are there.
There we go.
Cameron Judith. Uko9 is still a favour after his Watford header in the wrong net.
I know we did wrong to do that on header, but he's still my favourite player no matter what. If he does like own goals and stuff, no matter what. I was frustrated when he scored that own goal though. It made me like proper angry.
It was helping his old side out though. Like you got to help his old side. I'm joking.
Well, talking about Uko9, he used to play for Watford once upon a time ago. He used to play for them.
That was his first ever club, Bradley.
It was, yeah, when he went to Wickham.
Right, the 2-2 at Watford. We'll get on to that now. What do you think of the game then, Acacia?
It was a bit... I didn't really like it when they scored 1-0 in the first half. I was like, we weren't like good enough in the first place. We should have scored before them. But they were, because obviously they were in the Premier League last season, and they were literally like all over us. But then we scored in the first half before half time as well from Adji Elise. And it was a good goal because the Watford players thought it didn't go in the first place, but it did because it went over the line.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then that goal from Jewison Bennett was absolutely amazing.
It's another away game, but me and Bradley didn't go to because like it's too far to travel, and basically I can't do it with my arm at the moment. I couldn't drive that far.
There's Lauren Kelly in the live chat there saying Zach Johnson in the academy is my mum's best friend's granddaughter, I suppose, yeah.
Oh, nice, Lauren.
Interesting. Well, he's a striker as well, so.
Asking for free tickets?
You always say to have a question for you all. Do you think we should all have a penalty, and do you think our goal was offside?
To be honest, I'm not sure because Jack Park did get fouled in the penalty area. To be honest, so I think it should have been a penalty, but the ref didn't give it.
Go
on, Brad.
Yeah, the ref didn't give the pen, but he gave the goal for Alessia, didn't he? But it was that goal technology because no one ever knew we had goal technology in the championship. Even Bowers and Lee Farrell didn't even know that we had it.
I didn't even know that. That's the one thing I didn't know.
Neither did I. Neither did I.
So, guys, this is another question for you. The offside, do you reckon it was offside?
I don't know really, but we should have had that penalty because Jack Clark did get fouled in the penalty area in the penalty spot. But I don't know.
I think the referees have really costed against us, like, because I think we should have a penalty in the Reading game as well. Remember when Patrick Roberts went down? We
Yeah,
should have
that should have been a penalty. No.
in the game against Borough as well. We should have a penalty against them, but you know, the referees don't give us absolutely no crap. They don't. Nothing. Lauren Kelly there as well. I think the officials is just as bad in this league than League One.
No, Lauren, don't start with that again. Please don't.
Totally agree.
Myself, like what I saw last year when we was in League One, the officials were absolutely ridiculous. Like it was like Sunday watching Sunday League. The referees didn't have a clue, and this season's no faring any better. I think like FIFA and the league bodies should get these referees up to standard because they're costing clubs points. Them points could cost them relegation in the long run. But we're too good for that though at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
Right.
glad that we're out of League One now anyway.
Tony Mowbray, 5 games in, I think it is. How do you think he's doing?
Tony Mowbray, 15 points, 5 games in. Well, you can't really complain, can you? Really, you can't.
Nah, you can't complain about it. Cause I sent you the photos, didn't I, Brad, of me and Tony Mowbray?
Yes.
Well, no, I put it on Instagram and you commented, and honestly, Tony Mowbray's an excellent manager. He's like a lovely bloke.
Then all this on Facebook going, oh, we shouldn't have got him and we shouldn't have got this. Look what he's done. He's proved them wrong. He's proved them wrong what he can do.
Look what Alex Neil's doing at Stoke. Losing.
God.
Are you glad we got Tony Mowbray?
I'm really glad that we got him now, because after what he did it, like, he was at obviously Borough as well. He didn't, because he kept like doing home wins, then drawing, then losing, then back to drawing again, then back to losing, then back to like home wins again. Yeah.
Did you sing him? Did you see him singing Elton John?
No.
That's what Lauren Kelly's just put in the live chat.
Huh?
Yeah, there
You
you go.
sang Elton John?
There you look. Just put it back on there again. I know.
No, I didn't, because when me and my mum were waiting for the lads outside Reading, they like turned up, and the stewards wouldn't let the players have photos with us at all. They just literally walked straight in the ground to go on the pitch to have the inspection and to have a look around. And Tony Mowbray stopped to like sign people's autographs, and he got a photo with me. But I didn't see. He must have done it after the game then.
Apparently it's on Twitter.
Oh, I'll have a look at that.
Yeah, have a look at that.
The only thing I've got on Twitter is my Irish lottery. I don't really check Twitter. Get my teeth in.
Twick.
Nearly as bad as some referees speaking at the moment. Rosie's got a thing there, Brady.
Most open play goals this season, top 40 are 16 Sunderland, 15 Man City, 14 Burnley, Ipswich 13, 12 Plymouth, Sheffield United, Wickham and Bradford, all 16 goals scored from open play. So we scored 16 goals already this season. Out of 5 games. Wow.
I've got an intruder at the moment. I've got a dog. It's just run into the thing. He's trying to find some kind of food in Bradley's room at the moment. But I jumped out my skin. I wondered what it was. It came scurrying past me. I thought it was a rat. I thought Bradley had not cleared up after himself again.
There's Lauren Kelly there saying Vittetti has been good.
Yeah, he's been alright, but I think he played alright at Reading as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I answer that one there? What Lawrence just put?
What's your dog called? The dog's called Willow. It's me wife's dog, and it's ruined, Lauren. It's a Chapeau. What I'll do is 1 minute. I'll get her 2 minutes. Come here. Come on.
Is she coming on live as well? Come on then.
There we are. There's Willow. She wants to say hi to everyone. Hello, everyone.
Oh God.
There's your Brad. Right. Off
Hello.
you pop. There we are. She's the wife's dog. It's absolutely ruined. If you tell it off, John tells me off.
There's Sophie there. Rosie, sorry, says, hope your surgery went okay at Brandon Howard's College. I haven't had surgery on my foot yet. It was just an assessment. But getting it done on the 4th of October in House College. College is going very well, to be fair. There's Lauren Kelly saying, oh my God, gorgeous girl as well.
Brad, she's not about you, son. I'm winding you up. Right, there we go. I've got another question for you guys. This year, do you think we've overperformed or underperformed?
I'm glad you go first.
This season, I think we've really overperformed myself. The amounts of goals what we've had in the championship as well made me thinking that we're going to be promotion contenders or playoff contenders this season again. This has got me thinking really bad now.
But we've scored, like, obviously we beat Reading, we beat Rotherham, like, both 3-0. But I really hope that we do get promoted again. But we're gonna have to wait and see if it's in the playoffs again. That's the only problem.
Question is, do you think we're going to get promoted this season down or playoffs this season, Tony? I mean,
myself,
we're playing.
I reckon, by the way you're playing,
yes, now
top three.
Top three.
If you keep players fit.
You think we're going to finish top three? Wow.
If you lose Jack Clark, if you lose Patrick Roberts, you're knackered. After that, they are the centrepiece of that team.
Yeah, Jack Clark wouldn't go, except if he's obviously injured because he's just signed a 4-year deal with us in the summer.
Mm-hmm. I'm not on about him going anywhere. I'm on about keeping him fit.
About if he gets injured.
If he gets injured and Patrick Roberts gets injured, you're knackered. You might as well say mid-table. What do you think on that, Acacia?
If Ellis Sims gets injured, then we're done for. But then if obviously Ross Stewart gets injured again, we're done for again. But I'm really hoping he does get fit again because obviously he's out for 6 weeks. So hopefully he's back for about October the 26th or something. But he's gonna have to hurry up and sign that new deal, otherwise, other clubs are gonna go for him.
You know about Ross Stewart?
Yeah, if he doesn't sign a new deal.
I'm guessing he's going to be back. Wait a second here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think he's going to be back for the Luton game on the 29th of October. That's what I think he will be back for. That's what I'm estimating the time. But
that's a Sunday game, is it?
Saturday.
Sunday, because Sunday the 29th, that is, Bradley. It's because the 28th, I go to Bounce Heaven.
The 28th of Friday.
28th Friday, is it? Oh,
yes, Friday. I've just literally checked.
Oh, well, I'm wrong again, you see?
See? You can tell them these things, guys.
Bradley, I'm getting old. I'm 50 this year.
Won't be long until you get your grey hair pulling. Oh, wait, what?
Brad, I may be grey. Remember, I'm your dad and things can get taken out of your room if you keep going on.
Excuse me?
You know, your Xbox, you can always put it in your sister's room. She can easily have it. Right.
Any more questions?
Rosie said something on the live chat there, Brad.
Rosie Law says, I think it's a shock how we've performed, especially from a new perform coming up League One side.
Totally agree with that. Totally agree. I didn't think you was gonna be this high in the table myself. Playing against Watford and stuff like that. Reading hadn't lost an away game all season until then. They were unbeaten. So we absolutely masterclassed them.
But can I just tell Ethan Lewis? But when I was at Reading, you should have heard their fans. Oh my God! So, because obviously we were in the away end, and their fans were right next to us in their home end. They started singing. Then they went like absolutely quiet, and then we started singing, and they absolutely hated us.
I bet it was like a library.
It was a library all the way through the game. The Reading fans weren't even singing.
Uh-huh.
I bet you all the Sunderlands. Oh, go on.
Because like the other end of the home end at Reading, they weren't even singing because they don't even have a full attendance at all.
So what? Here's a question for you. Oh, 1 minute. How are we doing, chaps and chap sisters? I'm doing fine, Lewis. Bradley's doing okay if he doesn't get his PlayStation and Xbox taken off him in the next 24 hours for being cheeky. And
I'm doing all right, Lewis. I'm doing good.
Right, your question.
Another question for you. Right. Lewis, this Bennett who scored your goal, do you reckon he deserves to go play up front in the next game?
Myself, yes. To be fair, I think he should be going up front with Sims, or Diallo should go front with Sims. It's either one of those two will be going up with Sims next week against Preston. Because what I saw of Julian Bennett when he come on, my God, he performed, he played well. Passes could come into him constantly. He could be able to flick on balls. He could be able to do everything with the ball. Only thing he couldn't do was lose it, because he could never lose it at all. There's Rosie Rose says, what's your thoughts on the new signings as well?
Myself, I've seen that Jurison Bennett. I think he's an outstanding player and a prospect for the future. Diallo, I think if you keep him fit, he's going to be an absolutely brilliant asset to the club.
Performed in the Champions League.
This other dude, I've got his name now.
Edouard Michoud.
Yeah. I think we saw about 4 minutes of him, which was...
He hasn't featured yet?
No, not... It's the other dude then. What was his name?
Abdullah Bar.
We saw 4 minutes of him, which was... Okay. But other than that, we don't know until we see him playing properly.
And obviously you've got to include your new signings like Jack Clark and Patrick Roberts. Even though them were loan signings last season, you still got to count them as your signings permanently, because it's really cost us a new signing. What people say.
Because I was on, I think it was on Facebook or Twitter the other day, and Tony Mowbray said that Michoud might be back for Preston or Blackpool at home. So
yeah, he's available for one of those 2 games.
Yeah, because obviously he had a minor injury the other day, but has he got his work permit through yet though?
Yeah. Good to hear. Feeling a lot better knowing Sheffield United is still top of the league.
Yes, get in. Come on.
Michoud should be available to play for Preston.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there we are. I haven't actually seen him play at all, like even for PSG. So I have to have a look on what's it called on YouTube. They might show a video of on there.
What we could do is now, Tony. I think we could go into the Preston game now. Then we can take a break off air next week if you want.
Yeah, I think that'll be it, because we've got the international break coming up. Right, Preston game, guys. Score predictions. We go with Brad.
Well, last game they played Sheffield United, obviously a deep deal. So, and Preston there were absolutely like dog hole, were absolutely crap. So, This game is going to be a really, really good test for us. So I think we're going to win 4-0. It's got to be a 4-0.
Ooh.
Even without two named strikers, you reckon?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
That's a big shout. That is a big shout. That's a big ask with Preston. Myself, I'll say 1-0, 2-0.
I'm saying 2-0 to us.
2-0. There we are.
Oh, there we go, Rosie. Here we go. Preston nil, Sunderland 5. Yeah, we go.
Because I watched the Sheffield United highlights on YouTube.
Rosie, you still don't believe in Santa, do you? Because that's not going to happen. 5-0. I'm one of these people. Like 5-0 is like a. Yep, it's a dream for Sunderland winning 5-0, but I don't think they've got it in them to win 5-0 without two main strikers. But I'd like to see it happen, but I can't see it. Even Santa Claus wouldn't put that on my wish list.
Because when I watched the Sheffield United highlights yesterday, I think it was, Preston were absolutely dreadful. Could not even score any goals at all. Kept missing. And then Wes Foderingham saved like one shot from them. We were absolutely all over them in the second half.
Well, there we are. Right, guys, we're going to call it a night. It's 8 o'clock. And we've just seen Craig Jeffson there, 2-1.
2-1 there.
2-1 there. And 2-1 Sunderland. Preston are really bad. Myself, I reckon last season they overachieved themselves. Like they were really playing well. They were playing out of the skin last season. This season, I don't know what's happening. I don't know if they've lost players due to getting new signings in, and it completely hasn't worked for them. But last season, they were absolutely fantastic.
Obviously, for Preston as well, we're going up against Troy Parrott as well, who our talk was going to be in the summer from Spurs. So it'll be interesting to see how he is. And also Ched Evans as well.
Don't get him started.
Sorry, Acacia.
I hate him.
Is that the what's it called? The fellow who's played for Man United?
What, Ched Evans?
Sheffield United, he used to play for
Sheffield.
That's it, Sheffield United. Sorry.
Yeah.
I went to Preston there. Now special. We were shy first off, but you got nothing to worry about.
I've got bad news. For the EFL Trophy game Wednesday, drawing 2-2 at home.
Still get me betting.
Oh God.
He was a convicted
rapist. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yep. He did used to play for Man United. Ched Evans.
Yes, he did.
Yes.
He used to play for what's the team as well? That Ched Evans.
Lower league sides he played for before, and they brought him up.
He used to play for Fleetwood as well.
And Fleetwood, well, there we are. Played with Joey Barton. That's the league.
That's just worse.
Right, guys, we're going to call it a night now. Thank you, and it's good night from Bradley Young.
Good night, everyone. Have a good one.
And it's good night from Acacia Cameron Jude. And
good night, everybody.
And good night from me, of course. Hope you have a good couple of weeks off, and we hope to see you on it. Let's have a look.
We will be back on the 3rd of October when we have played Preston and the Blackpool, and the Swansea City preview will be out on the 3rd of October. So stay tuned for that, guys.
There we are. You've heard it from the boss.
You've heard it from the boss, Bradley yourself. Take care. Love yous and leave yous. Look after yourselves.